What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery. In today's gear video, we're going to be looking at an item that's easily been overlooked for a long time. There really hasn't been a whole lot of changes to it, and what I'm talking about is our standard peeps. So our peeps, really the only thing that's changed is the size. So you go from quarter, 3/16 to an 1/8 inch peep, but there really hasn't been a whole lot of difference in what you can buy. And that is until now. So Hamskea came out with their Raptor Peeps. It's part of their Insight Peep system. I've actually been shooting them for a couple years and I really like how they perform. No, they're not gonna like shoot you a 300 bull every year. It's just a slight increase of clarity to help you be more accurate. But when you're decking your bow out with all this expensive gear, upgrading your peep is one of those things you should probably just do, just to give you a little bit more clarity and the confidence in your shooting. So the Raptor Peep is obviously shaped different, looks different. It is constructed out of aluminum magnesium, and then on the outside has a Teflon coating. Where this is going to be beneficial is it's a very strong peep, but it's also going to be very smooth on the outside, so your bowstring is going to hold intact. It's not going to fray on you. Looking on the inside of this peep, it's a lot different than our standard peep. So you'll see it's smooth on the inside on our standard, but the Hamskea has these ridges, and these are engineered baffles to battle and to stop glare and light coming in. So instead of that light basically holding on the inside of the peep, it's going to hide in between those baffles and deflect off. There are a couple different mounting angles to it. So the first angle is identified by the two front notches on the front, and this angle is a 40-degree, and then on the back side is a 35-degree angle. So you can actually mount this in different positions, either frontwards or backwards, depending on your axle to axle or your overall draw length. I'll put a chart right here so you guys can see your breakdown of where you would fit. These peeps do come in 1/4 inch, 3/16, and 1/8 inch. So if you're somebody that struggles with anchoring or just needs a lot of light coming into your setup, if your scope housing is real close to your bow, go with the 1/4 inch. We highly recommend the 3/16. It's kind of the best of both worlds between the 1/8 and the 1/4. It's going to give you the most light coming in plus accuracy, and it's going to be really functional to your scope housing. We typically run dovetail somewhere in the middle, and we usually have an 1 3/4 inch housing on our scopes, so it just seems to fit really well for those. The 1/8 inch peep, it's going to be more for your long range shooting. So your guys that are really dialed, they want to shoot out to 80-90 yards. It is going to be a lot harder to settle in, making sure you're in the right anchor point every time you shoot. But ultimately, you will be more accurate with this. It just is going to allow more air unless you really are a consistent long-range shooter. And this is more beneficial if your scope housing is further away on a long dovetail. So that is the Hamskea Peep. If you guys have any questions or any comments, please feel free to give us a call, leave us an email. We'd be glad to help. Thanks for watching.